Time to wake up, y'all. Hey, yo, Percy Peace, time to wake these kids up.
Word up, ASAP Rock. They better take their fingers off of pause and hit record.
Is you fat cats or lab rats? Trails tell my step and got them sweating flashbacks. I played a part of Minesweeper, clunking sneakers in my sunken city defunct and apparently examining famine. I'ma follow the straw where your blind spot swallows the globe, sink through the track and think back. When I was a boy, I employed styles, exhausted by every lost child. At present, normally I drill pillars of normalcy. Cordially invited to accompany me in rotations to the tables to label the opposition as I choose. Refusing to evolve with the cold, rapidly dissolve my involvement in assaulting a soul and roll back. Brain trip, debate and weights trapped for the slaughter like livestock infected with anthrax. When my corn pack, a clan snaps collapsed was the mandatory maze. When the fluid spirits yielded glory days. Reside upon the opposite circuit and glorious days is where glorious hazes of gray spun through my array of operations. Slave to idiot box revelations and wrap tightly in a practice with my colleagues are slackers. 20,000 league mappers and the swelling increases. Once the mortar hit the pestle, your whole vessel fell to pieces and I laughed. I laugh at me and my starving art family. I laugh candidly at failures and for me to vamp fresh. My mic stabs white flags and drags trembling. Devils can wear us through the terrors of compliance. Once the day turns night, senorita suck the woody like termites and wonder how they got labeled dick hungry damsels in distress. We all knew and improved, poetically portable Aesop rock available in stores with my highly suggested parental discretion and 99 brilliant new dimensions.
I'm not your average man bragging, toe a hand tagging, 50 grand back and pants sagging, trigger nigga on the bandwagon. I know this nigga named Ricky, his girl Nikki wanna get with me, said stick me just a quickie, lick me and leave a hickey. I stick instead of drinking bread in this chicken head. One got slick and said I ain't shit in bed, she must be licking lead. You better let your guys recognize the rhyme, respect the highs. I never sweat the lies about me, haters check your eyes. One verse, long burst as I done first. Gun slums, hearse, don't stun Perth where I'm from's worse. My new cuts are hot, bodies chewed up a lot. I flew up the block to a cipher, blew up the spot. Stats of rhymes ain't no match for mine. Tracks that shine, leave you back in time. And I'm feeling still ain't at my prime. Except you're facing trial, the shit is wild. I turn it down, niggas stealing my style. I should file for reparations.
Stop rock. Stop rock.
Tonight,
Radio, wake up, wake up.
Time to wake up, y'all. Hey, yo, Percy Peace, time to wake these kids up.
Word up, ASAP Rock. They better take their
Four rooms, a ceiling, and a floor, but there's more. A desk with a subtle light, a window, and a door. One bottle of the bluest things your iris ever saw. And one child prodigy with a vision in his core. Frostbitten, slipping away Titanic burden nurses. Where the anti-hero clergy purged their value burning service and warped was I huddled beneath the influence of fresh meshed with impressions that appear to shrink before my very breath. Tides of woe and malice and mirth initiate a wave crash, flashing my offspring grace prior to birth is looking bleak. Malarkey far soldier cooking in sleep, emerald eyes glow, once shook in a freak sideshow. Okay, I strobe effects projected when I blink, so I design this chorus line when linked. We let our eyelids fall and pilots stall, with but a single open lash light and dark class to dim the wattage. And see the wide-eyed dry grazing, supplied fiery color. I am a hostage, shine and get pushed beneath the crazes climbing, hiding behind the levee while the stubborn rivers rise and feel this. I wish heavenly brevity sent it hate pedigrees instead of dead serenity. Goddamn, must have remembered me, it clenched me, it wrenched me, tempted me to employ it, apprehended me, it rendered me suspended in its voyage. How these tables have turned, handed a bottle with the skull and crossbones scribbled off the label, sipped the ladle, drank the burn, begging for dead. Concerns off with the zephyr treaded leg in the web. Caught 666 couriers beck and they fled. Okay, I get it. Let them shake a little, then release them. Like as if ghostly hysterics would leash on bandit completion. Odium, patience ran as anti-death commando. Just a litigant stretching a touch tranquil, but couldn't quite catch the angle. I'm trained as cornerstone famine trooper, so my trade within a heart of hearts, sail belly up and parched. Come on. I'm a sideline observer, alerted, not yet retreating. The climate stubbornly hovered slightly above freezing. Now everybody in the populace awaited my reply. I spit a billion tiny brilliant white lights into the sky. Undeniably amused by the way the fuse burn, by the way the clues turn in front of my eyes to fertilize germination and concern for me, for he who sunk into the trench bully dug. God, I wanna pull the plug, hug on my canteen, lugging a dream centipede, leader speeding through a meaty creed league. I can tell by the way the knees bleed from the seed if the breed should have ever been bred and upset. Whether compared to caterpillar and cocoon to emerge, or a spark soon a bloom to a surge, all I need is the nourishment, the courage, and the burn to ascend from a number to brave blade runner, hunter, cleric, swordsman, king, warlock. I'm walking with a broken mood ring, moon swinging from the mezzanine level, here to bevel the edge. My team settled on the ledge, the pledge is like that. Summer, it rains, buckets of hunger pains. In the winter, it's the same with an added climate change. The remaining two quadrants balance the polar values equally for mid-range, and the songs of thirst remain the same. You could turn the whole cold reservoir to liquor hell, split the ocean on its seams if it boosts your esteem. I never lend span of attention lest my brethren signal fresh. So do your magic miracle work or I remain unimpressed. For the flux, the fix, the famine, for the fact that little Billy up the block obtained a lovely hand cannon. I'd examined autopilot when filibuster won, concluded the few we're tuned with went out targets of his movement. It's intriguing, yet I guess I knew somewhere something was leaking. Now I honor instinct and link with bring settler runaways, frayed boogie bastard clicks to bypass glass stature, walking graph characters, militant dance, split the sun and sip the filament. Tracer, vivisectionist to lab rap rhymes. They try to grace these sacred lips with his maze of a dirty wine. He knew he brewed the substance just to mock the lesser budgets, then sought off on trickery, bought off the public and screamed victory. Tunnel through the might-infested grillage and the rig as fast as Aesop and his tendon fatigued fingers could dig trigger revenge. Tip the goblet in the dirt, review my words, spit in the puddle, piece the fame, struggle the fuck out and duck out. I was hidden, yet I slid in just to rip the mask off. I'm 76 inches of all the purest sounds. So y'all could dig me 6 feet deep, my eyes will still be over ground. Like that. Alright, I can hear the ocean in a shell. But for the life of me, I never heard your surges, more than raindrops in a well. Paladin tribe, bring me the leaders. Element 5, fully sold on operation, jeopardize my vibe. I will survive when sprayed by heaven's liquid ammunition. I'll survive when betrayed by my brethren's wicked ambitions. I'll survive when braided with shut-eye sticky thickets and thorns. Born clutching a fistful, the hurt's morbidly blissful, so I'm spiraling. Sovereigns bring the rise in the funnel. A chorus line of blind crazes tap the water, find a tunnel. A skinny click mechanics block the block, pick of the land. We stretch the earth around a canvas, drag a stick in the sand and pan the hell out. Timid yet tireless, bold, the cold that Irish spits clips subtly on supremacy, therefore blemish me. Oh, the treacherous penalty centers me, renders me bait. Skating slalom through these churning murder columns. I am not entirely trained to undo the shame, and all I got's 3 pennies and a rusty mic until my name run through my game. Defy the Siamese approaches whose delinquent dichotomy comps Emerald City and wondrous novelty. Drink drums, sip a snitter, spit a rigid sequence. That's when freak sons fade to blackness like these pretty pink lungs. Slugger, paper dolls beside a swashbuckler. Bounty hunt the front to document the frost cluster. I am structured with a smoke ring, militant distinction with a cloak and dagger, stagger prime directive. And all else burrows itself amongst drunken perspective. Fade me, I flee the scene, gripping the missing link like chain gang escapees. Build me, kill me. We cadets hold determination as property undeniably divine. We leak passion for the noise. There is not a track to cherish from he who lacks merit. All I think about's the motion, exerted to color mavericks alerted. Heard a million nervous Rothschild prodigies home to flourish. That taciturn fastest burn open the malarkey. Navigator when wrestled, or fancy drift without the vessel, then I settle. A conquest, stamp it, label it fresh. I internafly policies which require intrinsic merit. Try to wallow down these yellow bricks with yesterday's appendix on hold. Spot out like sky horizons, posted barcodes, load your fantasy. Interject a bad dream candidly, blue in the face. Threw in the chase between myself and fame's embrace. Face engaging presence resonant with chiaroscuro atmospheric crabs inhabit the land of denied clearance. Pigeonhole styles drop similar to Korsakoff spacings, lacing on sequiturs that spittle off the chin. Upon the recognition, pilots soften up the grin, spinning me dizzy cold, bending my city to hold water. Yeah, we got affiliates, cadet merit and brilliance, cleric apparel, kinked and crooked. I shrink, I sink it to my book. It's like fury blue, the scaffolding askew and tainted curiosities allowed a freak show to continue. 40 thieves receive the cue, commence blending a plan and decorate the dusk like henna to hand. We unknowingly sketch the pentagram by sending clans of caffeinated couriers upon a quest to run the perfect circle around a star. Bizarre pattern with a bad vibe like Jafar to Aladdin, pardon the carbon base plays amongst the stagnant trend frenzy. It offends me. Wait, ain't it the liquid soul therapy? I sip to grip a stationary pillar, yet we slip these boogie nights, suck wattage from rookie lights. Now you proud? I'ma be there when you rushing just to touch the mushroom cloud, drink failure. Lord have mercy on their dreams. Pretty pixels tend to trickle off the screen. Build me, kill me. We consider fresh sound play that sing frighteningly close to extinct. My lifeline is an assignment to feed the arts my spirit and bleed merit. The conclusion is subtle. Huddled amongst committed gutter bugs, peasants and drunks, junkies to critics, sick dictators, haters, kings to alley urchins, monarchs, narcs to liars, circle in the wildfires, live wires. I tend to blend an action less than orderly in with an otherwise uncommonly prominent normalcy torn. These traits fit as cadavers due to conflicting data matter. First heard as remarkables, now labeled unmarketable. Damn, thorn in my side. Now the high five hides despise when breeding dim alien seedlings. Retreating, first the fresh will make the vessel capsize, then the hollerins of buoyant survivors treading a woke dreaded Leviathan. Deaded, headed to crunch the world of MC etiquette by dismantling mics prior to passing towards degenerates. How you like that settlement? You feel that? A maverick like myself, bottles and quits to the cocoon naturally peels back. This little light of mine shines at 100 billion times the magnitude of every star within an ample sky sample. I alerted my soul crusaders to trade against prescribing strict diets of DDT and Kelfane. Infest it when ingested. Glorious vellum addressing helots to zealots to Jezebels to hellish felons. Granted, my span of attention's not what it used to be, but most of y'all delinquents ain't amusing me no more. Kid merit. What's up? It's A$AP Rock with WKCR. I traded my title as bent pedestrian for passenger status to coast muted. Finding the night train mildly therapeutic. Rugged hacker flashing moods full of swings. Beneath this puppet master pulling my strings. Leaking smoke rings singing. Despite with measures honestly magnificent. Syndicates, solar children building homes for my omnipotent platoons. Now I don't think the blueprint Prince drafted, tilting in the tombs. Tampering campers scampered well beyond the dooms. We loomed our manners down to those most beautifully discreet, implying yesterday's models stand obsolete amongst colossals. Comply not to enforcers aborted, claiming they came off. Sort of stabbed them with the capital A that sets my name off. Sick of it all, sick of the store, sick of the thick brick in the wall. Sob stories, the falls, the tragic hate calls, shaking like magic 8 balls. Pausing to watch the vapors sprawl. My clique keeps lessons, I'll denote of them. Kids, sisters, paper dolls, we lining up along these great walls. Circling analytical, rhetorical inquiries get X's not applicable, kid. You flash modern, we as orphans impeded. You talking concrete examples with glass bottoms, cause defeated, kid, I'm heated. It's flight of the intruder and we all fall down. Conditioned to never blend science with religion. Kept my character cleansed in esoteric opulence. Will find in no intrinsic merit in your sense. Well, it's an happy wildering, drunk on distortion and spit the filter in. Mike sweltering measures like melting my rings together, and you never seen Aesop, rock fly for the lover 89.9. I'm here to ride upon the night train. Yeah, WKCR 89.9. It's the night train.
So laborious, bright, get so recondite with vocabulary. Adversaries will commence to ignite light. Magnesium oxide, carbon peroxide. I'm hazardous, poisonous, the carbon monoxide. Earning stacks, gold, sterling plaques from burning tracks. You're learning that if you're unconcerned with rap, no turning back now. Man, I bomb you, please. From up in the trees, I freeze and seize it with a tighter squeeze and added
content. Yo, one heart plated with purely golden tiles mixed with a little mischief. Behold style, auto back alley shaman, liquid tomb raider with a most fertile assortment of spitting logics. For lab rats, got colossus in the spotlight. Aesop rock be the handle. While your breath control is tough, to breathe alone is not enough. I correspond to a kick snare blind, but share the passion with but a small percentage of the masses in their fashion.
I got a feeling that you got me where you be. Halfway between here and the palm of your hand. And you got perfume in the morning when I'm sleeping. I just got dreams that I don't understand.
Supply the check, known from Cali, shout Alex. My respect and style, some try to get, but die direct from the side effects. You crave purse, cause I'm well equipped with predicate. You too delicate for the spell of flip kid, you better get saved first. Call freaks, pretty, no floor feet, all sweet. Small peaks, cause my stocks exchange like Wall Street. Still a slick, kicking the illest hits. Who kill us quick when I bill a spit more rounds than Bruce Willis flicks. Ideas and flow, raise eyelids. That's why kids make hybrid rhymes. Applied with step this guy did years ago to grasp potatoes. Have to place them in the glass case and observe from a NASA space center with a mask on face. Coward of the year, make others fear the way this brother is. Empowered, I am the. Don't try tampering with my brand. The style could bystanders. Only witness I did miss some guy's camera taping me.
When pride, covetousness, lust, anger, gluttony, envy, and sloth form the frame of your demeanor, I address but a rapidly lessening portion of majors dissolved in the abortion of creation's new laborers. Pilot burner, whittled of traits divinity composes, and tunnel through banana, spike the anti-hero dosage. In a cradle I label the dreaded simulation we compile, tenets embedded within synthetic inclination. We have never dined on bait, so when corrupt crooks took simple Samaritans, I was buried in books, shook on a batter dead, a sun-moon merger to guard the difference. The New York MC population dancing uncontrollable expansion. I cyclothymic pound dodger, pusher with a nickel toward a town squatter. Bother me not, my wallow across the village, drunken mumbling in the streets about how an angel gets its wings with every blue note I release. An angel gets its wings with every blue note I release. Could this be lies? Cause I'ma spit cobalt till every angel flies. I blew the operation set to clinch victor. Walkie talkers turn awkward fixtures to complete the wicked mixture. The fire and ice combination adjourns fresh. I return with the last living specimen caressed. When the earth is vacated and the populace cleared, I'll be the last starfighter sipping a goblet of my tears. replicas overlooking the guidelines of acoustics. Miserable attempts result in miserable conclusions. Paragon, Pendragon, tactician on freeform. That uncomfortable silence prior to combat clicks. That unexpected zephyr, the cyclone shift swept up your sugar. Jutted to the side, a stagger, this vagabond wandering minstrel forms of phobia. Worst fear, the terror stricken, muted. The roots of all evil uprooted, pinnacle. Poised with pride, pouncing to break your stride. Forsaken agony, writhed inside the heartache, wretched condition. My intuition felt you slip up. You tripped alone, what are you aiming for? More than useless tries to classify your genus. Distorted fetus evolved, type unsolved. You lack the malediction, malleable mortars get molded. You're folded under pressure, doused with scenes of slaughter, suspension. Bridge over trouble, water drown. Sound study intensive, my square drops to erase your lines like Tetris. Relentless agent, hush horrendous circles on my pavement. Two sticks to burn basics that lie adjacent to my placement on the game board. Lunge forward and wind up impaled by the same sword. Choose your weapon, stain splattered upon your flag. Tatterback shooting the exterior, inferior stall. Face to face with the forms that force you down more. Admittedly suspicious of your cadence. Your network's on hiatus, permanent. Provoked and choked upon the potency. The peril beat a penetrating agent, pierced the insights. Why the cold sweats at midnight? Why the dim light? Why are we staring at you from the inside? Why the pen slide with vigor on a put down? Like why'd I put my foot down? Stomp your city AE, SOP scoping through the murk. Opening minds behind the smirks. Only in my sweetest dreams do my streams lack troubled waters. Babbling brooks with babbling crooks. Only in my sweetest dreams do my streams lack troubled waters. Shallow pools full of shallow fools. I've seen misery, I've seen disgust. Dust-ridden ruins, ironclad oracle test. Recon unit dispersed silently. Overconfidence leads to irony. Plot twist, foolhardy Icarus shit hidden facets. I recall the first time I bumped heads with my head, led to a dead bargain. A thanks for nothing, low life, and a starter begged my pardon. When a dust mite harbor spider barely dents the cicada phase, blades a burden. Decorate the backs of freedom fighters. Servants make the steeples higher, man the loose cannon. Penning for gold, penning for chance to land in camps branded with stamped on their hands. Let's push up through the now. Let's evoke a vow of zip lips clipped to my peaking brow. I've seen immaculate hearts blemished under the mask of genie bottle hostages who wish that a third to her broken promises. Glass bottom Gotham, fragile castle, and master passage where even the innocent captives bleed. Apple seed, leave me with a breeding hassle factors feed. Pin the tail on the village idiot, turn giddy, click stern. Greet a burner basics laid with the moans of neurotic nitpicking patrons and a pseudo-potent patronage. Mood of the moment glowed within the splendor of its grace. And I'm hella swamped, truly moody in my day's makeshift awakenings. Act as if apathy's been your best friend since the bonding. I went up here with love letters from despondency. Honestly, apple seed.
On a sunny afternoon in Lower East Side, New York.
Good morning, my sweet vision of morbid disorder, and good evening, wonderful riddance and such. Maybe today I'll touch the burgundy halo, trimming the tunnel's end or bend with tenant spangled across a more tangible premise. The splendor shimmy splinters all up in day tripper visuals. Take it easy, man. Fuck it, I'll take it anywhere I can. My pulse a chin rest when I witness fury scurry past my window. Model city in a bottle, plugged hostile. There's bliss, and pollutants, and a billion suckers puckering a vibe. Maybe this sucker ship is the treasure. But they insisted, man. I try to spin me dizzy, sponging up the given dungeon's functions, as opposed to art historians absorbed inside assumptions. Everybody, cup your knuckles when the spout divorce is vertical, marveling at the spite with which it curdled. Outside my tenement coats a little warmth from out the mug of masons, wasted laying bricks for days to later find they own a lot of Jason. Mark the blasphemy, elements of elegance and savagery, murder the gossip, fucking run off happily. Broken spoke cyclists choking open Dr. Zayas born fetus in a matchbox, keylessly padlocked to hammer me. These impurities embedded in fiber literous textiles, shedded in the hail tailored to motivate behind his splendid leverage. Now I'm drowning in a pool of why are you here? Sabotage with my beast of burden pertinent to if I die this year. My name is Pillar, my name's Elise, my name is Flagrant, my name's 1,000 steps of patience, but I'm sick and tired of waiting. My name's Polaris, my name is Candace, my name is Low Life, my name is every imperfection plays a part in my descent. My name is Carnival, my name is Posture, my name is Polarized, my name is Delicate approach roped symmetrically to my fellowship. My name is Cordial, my name is Eagle, my name is Captain,
us hope that the horrors of evil no longer loiter on the doorsteps of your
Circle
path.
of sandbags, drag the shield, the meal, the nitty hand grab. Slitting hopes at your local acropolis. Opulence in the cockpit, not the pocket for them born with a pebble toss sunk to rest. While they've exhausted the art of drunken address. Exhibit fracture lines that converge towards where the hackers whine. When trappers slack, the traps unlatched and catch covetous tracking lines. That'll make his majesty furious. Oh, bury his head, and how could I have been so dense if only? Yeah, but I'm lonely. My days graze normalcy, then morbidly crash. My eaves breathe honesty, then sardonically laugh. Alas, I dig my toes into the sand and spit foliage out my lips, personifying mankind's end all aspirations. Hope low. No hope sinks like broken boats, and most harassed before provoked. I'm tossing darts at a map of the arts to pick up where you choked. And when the last leaf falls off the branches of resonance, I'll be waiting with my butterfly net to collect the evidence. Well, I am a room with poison oak scaling the sides, arachnids on the ceiling, rugged thumbtacks, bones of rusty pipes. If you can squeeze between the bars, enjoy my space, employ my waste, and taste the hand dealt by our stolen grace. You ever wish the circle was a square, so when land sharks start circling the borders, you could just cut them off at the corners? There's a ghost in a basket of values pertinent to which kayak pilots succeed in surfing it through. Now I'll be surfing it through. So if you need me, spread your wings to spell my name above the mess near the other funny requests. See, my all too tolerant mannerisms have hired a whim to assist in a meticulous pick apart of cobweb from skins of innocence. Child of timid instinct with that 10-step ahead premise. Fly dust bowls before the Zephyr was requested. A mile in humble shoes, 10 shades of blues come off the difference. I grimace, took me one eye blink to conclude there simply is. My name is Dry. My name is Pillar. My name's Allegiance. My name is Flagrant. My name's 1,000 steps from patience, but I'm sick and tired of waiting. My name's Polaris. My name is Canvas. My name is Low Light Intention. My name is every imperfection plays a part in my descent. My name is Carnival. My name is Posture. My name is Polarized. My name is Delicate Approach, roped symmetrically to my fellowship. My name is Cordial. My name is Eagle. My name is Captivate. Contaminate the rich and clock they profits for the captain's sake. My name is Vagabond. My name is Angel. My name is Century. My name is Hunter. My name is Sunburst. My name is Wildfire. My name is Routinized. My name is Basic. My name is Consequence. My name is Cigarettes. My name is Cynical. My name is Tolerance. My name's Hallucinogen. My name is Waterfall. My name is Runaway. My name's Alarm Clock. My name is... Killers reflect the destiny of the village. So when 20 count regrets float down futility spillage. See, I'll pass the broken arrow this time for certain. But from here on out, it's hoof the mare, a barefooted urchin digging your purse. Now exhibit true audacity and passively hack reason of ribbons. And you're excused from the round table admissions committee. Activist legends turn hostage in fallen cities. Dirty earthling circling, vision immaculate, spin me dizzy in the crosswalk. Not too far gone, mastered on senses and spectral endless, forbidden boogie systems with crook addiction. Well, sure, my crown is formed of thorns, but my thorns are formed of sound. Found sounds will keep me warm. Mornings born with frozen ground. Put a rope down, pull me from where the buzzards clear. To me from the bones of you and your little badass Mad Max musketeers. With the silhouettes of emaciated frames danced on a high wire, mistook for aspiring third world posted, but inserted to ghosts of dead. And within us the legs like chieftain was your forte. Devil dragger in disguise, seeking the match made in your eyes. Friend, it don't take the wisest men in triplicate pacing to find. I don't condone the blasphemy attributes procreation. From the floods to the fires to the droughts to the cyclones, tidal waves to twisters, tornadoes and hailstones, whirlwinds, tropical storms, blizzard and monsoon, all of which I witnessed prior to waking up inside my room. Panic episode tantrums, fuck hugging my cool. Right. The edginess readies the Mach 9 quick draw, hence the duel. The company of similars couldn't excite the motor, but hermit crab ace home aloner. One barrel of idioms in a charcoal stick, courage under desire, canopy tray beautiful, messiah reluctant. Bro. Stuck in the pluck of the harp, buzzing the fuzzing television mixer, book of saturated matches in a half-made bed, played with my other half of the litter. A litter of the pick, pack leader of hub cannibal fuel, mechanical zoo. There's ample room for stubbleways inside the cargo bed, said Leach prior to firing up his barnacle magnet instincts, leashing himself to where the wind's spitting ice storms and termite swarms are commonplace. I'ma trace the silver lining winding round the prophecy. I know there is good in you if one peels back the opulence, but I also know it's ratio to bad. Don't feed my confidence, the nutrients. Moody tints of blue circle the clues, the instant success. that's being personal. Then sucked basic diversion, rusty anchor. Budget for nothing, wedged between Aesop Rock and a scarred face of frustrated fuck you. Bound by concern. I can't believe I'm still concerned. Can't believe silent children turn in they sleep over one-liners while I yield to heal your burns. Color me out of my skull, dragging a wagon of creature features. And all I ever wanted was to aggravate the sleepers. Look, self-crafted heroics, murder worthless. Crash test ideologies, catalog alien doctrines, type disturbance, got 'em out. Killing machines turn belly up, buckle. The troubles I've seen, Coke's 24/7s of wide eyes from daydreamers, clean or dirty. Serpents and turnboys, preference for the latter. Justify the germ's birth, cauterize the gashes after. On my left, one finger for each burrow I can touch. On my right, one finger for each time that I wake up midsummer night. Cloaked in a pristine mantle of hellfire, but ain't capital. Glaciers out the east slide lateral. Born for one task indeed. Born a citizen king of oaks out this ugly duckling sea. Look, I ain't too tired of dragging the baggage over the seesaw seats where the reapers turn mortals to Caspers. See the plainest dull conjurable can't mimic the null of a billion troops holding matchsticks to empty cannons, standing for many moons where the sun hit the mountainside splendidly, basking the last warmth ever known to man's tangents. In the wink of an innocent star child's drop he vanished. Managed to carve initials in the granite wall and damned it all to I hungry cats that do the don'ts that forged through the moats open, eloping with sovereignty in a canteen deemed the prodigies. I logged the wake, the wash, the walk, the work, the well, it's almost 6 o'clock. I never seen so many tugboats miss the dock.
Thou mayest indeed tune unto the forbidden channel and see it like it is, baby. Who should be our champion? What manner of channel beholdest thou? Shall it fall on me? This scene
I was thinking about my sick friend, stringing a ring around my wit's end. 13 loops later, his feet hung inches out the pig pen. Motley day goblins brought and pillaged the passive stillness with bad javelin tips dipped inside barreled black magic brilliance. Who rose at the tomb of the unknown soldier to capture the fascist fragment choreographed in traffic dancing for nickels? Hooked like sickle cells to the principles of camaraderie. One hope distortion honesty sputters itself to my how not example sample. Divvy the bread crust while considering the littering. I don't pity the head rush or the whimpering spill. Anchor the rock spot, packs the ravenous catalyst, sprung alacrity, leashed by the carnal tirade. I'm choked when the caged bird sings, it stings, springs me out delirium to stitch them clipped wings. I sing instinctively, brinked while I cling in a shrinking souls, mourning the deaths of falling idle to quality control. Oh, quality control. Stand still, string up the banner from the beehive to the anthill, rag dummy. Incorporate the unison of Viking ship rowers, plus the perfection of the twice the bird with half the stone thrower. Seek your assessments. My communicative hindrance bleeds the needs of a billion hungry victims. Grip of the hell that slipped the splinters and shivered up the mass and made invalids league marbles. One component short of shock and mass burial. Freeze. Broken penny bank fragments float up in stagnant seas. Dirty work plus applicants with shatterbox disease. Iron bandit. Give them the stars, their head balloons, and rudely ask for many moons, and I can't stand it anymore. It's like
thinkest thou I fear thy sling? And the regulars were sore amazed, and they turned and climbed. I'm the mightiest slinger of them all. There is a time for war and a time for peace, a time to run and a time to split.
I run a funny race. Malnourished monarchs and loopy admirals where 99.9% swear by their broken axles. I build boats over pack rat bats and bully clubs swung post-utility inhalants. Nail it to stability and sail it. Lopsided starboard bow, crooked mass makeshift. Patching holes with chewing gum that stitches sail a thirsty face. Or me sitting with my eyes tied to the cloud. I know that once that wind kicks up, you and your motors left rope to the dock. And it's the art of clarity, married to slender extension. A blue sky of a happy neighborhood. String on my ring left me dancing like wooden dummies in a tape of nature. Merry etiquette's a doornail. Friends is little brittle dolls of paper in assembly. I tremble with a crocodile smile. Hiding the fish out of water complex provided upon entry. Now if I were to halt the speed to leverage the game plan, would you honestly impede? I mean, I guess I could just divorce me from the rest and blame my chemical imbalance for the fact I've made a mess. But my loyalty supplied hints on which inklings I should run with. And I'm thinking that their town criers about to fill this here bucket. It's that grand precious that part of you wants to touch and part of you just wants to sit and be impressed with. Tainted agony, inductive barnacle attachment, mood swinging upon the bar storm perpendicular. Circa 4,000 circuits, she burns cicada wings above Arcadia's talisman, spoon-fed the shadow. I'm tired of being wired into the thief ratio. It's gnawing a hole through my scheme, so I leave. Know what I mean?
It's the Molotov cocktail hour. Have I not brought you blessings without number? They had plenty of nothing, and nothing was plenty for them. He have never had it so good.
That's the interstellar.
I can tell you this from when I closed, but I froze.
That's the interstellar. That's the interstellar.
Swear to God, I can count to 10 all on my own. And the Saints go marching in. Serpentine regime, order my response, order endless population. Caboose humming, no offense, me in a van with common patrons. The parody plastered every red brick in sight, but had to keep his flights from ticking. I'm slipping my key and wind dim, my dirty tap water and that. Roach on my ceiling, circle of fins, round a better push pins. Let's connect the thriller volume to a flat earth. Jaywalking, I hawk the pastures, past the mere dragon bandwagon passengers. I'm sorry, we've never met, my name is Driftwood, thanks friend. Good looking, I'll never see you again. Like feeding friends and catfish, stomach empty, ocean spangled in hooks, dangled by anglers off the plank of burning books. And if you're not gonna eat that, killjoy inherited by spirits lacking harnesses. Merchant, Goliath dipped in slipshod posture, conceived evening, so I feed idea, turn sundown the bastard son, adopt a reroute dreaming. Oh, I ride the plane, but with flare gun a yellow raincoat, heard a harping son, I waste my lifeline searching for the same note. Please, I know butterfly wings ain't fit the auction, dig my claws in sturdy walking, head hung. Skylark litigants strung out like cash paid participants. I in the trying diaries of a lowlife, siphon through that vain anti-diligence movement. Here to hug a habitat, working class trash rape where races hit their high. I spy a toddler on a corner with her bubbles and a dipstick. I witnessed the fusion of a breath and her amusement, and it killed me and it stabbed me and it cut me clear open. The notion that this child is timid in a sense embrace pleasure within the token of a moment. Breathless, arrested by not a quirk, stripped of vulnerable disclosure. So close yet so much closer. Take the hint. I'll take the hint, but still she's never known cold. Call me a 20 when those bubbles explode. It's like that.
You don't only have the cup, you don't only have the cup while I pour.
You only held the cup while I pour.
You don't only have the cup, you don't only have the cup while I
You
pour.
only held the cup while I pour.
You don't only have the cup, you don't only have the cup while I
You
pour.
only held the cup while I pour.
You don't only have the cup, you don't only have the cup while I
You
pour.
only held the cup while I pour. Back to back, the stack and a brick match with the fact that I've sipped the dripping sap tap casually out the limbs of captivated blends back, tracking the patterns that trim friends, the thinning savages. Take one down, pass it round among us. Liquor tip a drink, drunkest. But your quest swarming the floorboards and the carpet turn to marbles. No, the carpet turn to charcoals and made skeletons of warlords. Snake charmer, hate farmer, divvy the rations with an eye dropper of poison passions hoisted above the masses. And it interrupts homeostasis, even flowscapes like asymmetric snowflake visits and winter symmetry blizzards. I'm sleepy, one wink more, and I promise to pay homage to those who stand truly deserving. And the list ain't long, sink or swim, rival or ascension. Even birds of our combines float if you let them. They'll be dodging more than cradles when the bow breaks. Note the eviction slip clip to your little visions in a cloud shape. My left hand is a bricklayer, my right hand is a plow face. We build and destroy in response to every sound the crowd makes. Sling blades braided with apathy, madly balanced on the palette of the Almighty for painting the first half of me. Honor bonded with monster mansion attached casually on the palette of the Almighty to paint the second fraction. I'm collapsed under the relic rainbow with separate yet succulent aquamarines hide the imbibed sweetest elixir. Star heckler elitist talk and yet another real conceived green fetus bleeding parallel sterile fixture. Urgent, the surge was like filament overkill. Kill the overspilled dairy soft faucet. For real, how many leaves your clover got? Mine's got 8, 3 for normalcy, 1 for knock 4 more so you'll spot it from space. So it goes.
You the only have the cup. You the only have the cup while I pour.
Only held the cup while I pour.
You the only have the cup. You the only have the cup while I pour.
Only held the cup while I pour.
You the only have the cup. You the only have the cup while I pour.
Only held the cup while I pour.
You the only have the cup. You the only have the cup while I pour.
Only held the cup while I pour.
You the only have the cup. You the only have the cup while I pour.
Only held the cup while I pour.
You the only have the cup. You the only have the cup while I pour.
Only held the cup while I pour.
You the only have the cup. You the only have the cup while I pour.
Only held the cup while I pour.
You the only have the cup. You the only have the cup while I pour.
Only held the cup. Thanks, friend. Good looking, I'll never see you again. Yo, I saw the road I crossed inverted, circling above my turret, slid the spiraling banister down a high. My ruby glass glazed specs stapled the trader market thieves, where vendors count the stolen citrus out they pyramids, mirrored with that slapstick mavericks plugged directly to third rail surges. Prison electric mayhem through city commuter circuits. Ooh, child raises oddity, son of a circus side show freak, curtain into the slideshow. Waddles leak, but I won't be infected. Projection hung thick in the air, punching his burning plastics upon whipping the nasal cringes. Pucker another 60-second lapse while 60 stars collapse the suckers, and I'm reborn every time the wine metamorphs back to water. My God, sweet Christ, crucify me with railroad spikes. Use my skull to bash them all in, gather, sit and grin, weave. All failed the most serene communications pageant, where sitting with a stranger and living awards the badges. I spell merit with my name stitched on my heritage and serenade arrogant simpletons to feed my cherished grin buried in leagues of please, thank you, pardon, excuse me, you're welcome, may I? I'd like to nod, but no, you may not. Let's take a deep breath. No, let's take a breath. No, let's take. No, let's shit. Well, like I said about says it. Maybe I grab the sycamore canoe and paddle upstream, where the luck seems to reflect precious, healthy intervention. I've died 1,000 deaths. I apologize to you and yours for kicking your fantasies overboard. I mean, I'm only one servant, one hell of a diversion. If the masses have agreed to split the seed and let it bleed, I've died 1,000 deaths. I apologize to them and theirs for breaking down the ropes, ladders, and stairs. I mean, I'm only one servant, one hell of a diversion. If the masses have agreed to split the seed and let it bleed, you ever died 1,000 deaths? I have. The day tomorrow stood 1,000 steps from where my nervous laughter made a road at. Nomad, I roam in a social coma, Jones in for home alone days to sing how my poems I dig in the dirt, I ring up the earth like pulley systems, thereby painting the perfect metaphor for hung jury, strung along a song of spawning thorns of fury. Numb the anti-eyed alarm before he recognized his worries. We carpet bomber, spearheading Fink operator, walk my line. Now what? Now strut that little poison combine y'all call natural. And honesty promised me 20,000 slimy leagues of diving, finding my tribe and Ivy Leaf climbing at the pitfall. Lack of most lords aboard, heroes unsung, heroes unbrung rewards. Now if I flutter in a trouble clutching, I dance fancy forward like park children, double dutching ropes and burning city summers. My wingspan, can't well employed full expansion. I'm folding while lamping at home with my hands panning for gold. Told them the roof was on fire. When that structure burned to ashes, all your souls they sound rock holding an empty book of matches. Maybe I'll sit until the spilling motor's clear. Maybe I'll sit and stroke my Billy Go beard and rethink the time angels appeared. Maybe I won't. Bundled in my humble little plummet, numb enough to die those 1,000 deaths under the sun. It makes I've died 1,000 deaths. I apologize to you and yours for kicking your fantasies overboard. I mean, I'm only one servant, making one hell of a diversion. If the masses have agreed to split the seed and let it bleed, I've died 1,000 deaths. I apologize to them and theirs for breaking down the ropes, ladders, and stairs. I mean, I'm only one servant, making one hell of a diversion. If the masses have agreed to split the seed and let it bleed, I've died 1,000 deaths. I apologize to you and yours for kicking your fantasies overboard. I mean, I'm only one servant, making one hell of a diversion. If the masses have agreed to split the seed and let it bleed, I've died 1,000. I apologize to them and theirs for breaking down the ropes, ladders, and stairs. I mean, I'm only one servant, making one hell of a diversion. If the masses have agreed to split the seed and let it bleed, let me bleed. Yo, I surf an axiom kicked in a centerfold by ugly tenement. Distribute sour inhalants, regulate lorry development. Today, summon a rug rat oblivious to what's delicate. Tomorrow, siphon imperfection out the fetus prior to selling it. There is a braid in the thickest half circle, cupping the port to a cord. And see the thorns don't clutch us more, but conform as the porins after entry. Lit and pearly gates and sharing access with our gentry, hinging our binging on public picket fencing. Squirming the terms and conditions of unsatisfied destiny magnet, where the ebony shit of cratchit ratio is tragic. New sight pseudo mavericks clash of utility pageants. I post frozen a blaze of the grand combustion. Elitist deception connection. Wipe away the bomb, respond a friend with an eye socket full of needles and a wheel to die for nothing. That's glory. Arrive by crash itinerary, barely suitable for common slum cats. And the lemmings will follow you through the bloodbath. Board that awful train through Shane's path. Where I trade my window seat for one pane and replacement stained glass. See, I'm proud of the gods of opacity. Now I don't mind y'all looking in, just watching Sin City steam slips under my skin. And I'm about halfway to nausea, halfway to contentment. Two halves post-mating dance evoked a whole lot of resentment. Build a pen around Mastodon, patriarch claustrophobias, woke broke cubicles, combines with combines suitably ingenious. So I feed it like infinity. A tie bob strapped to dignity. My symmetry's vivid image still can't mimic the victory. Comfort is a crumb and I'm numb as fuck. And some prefer the hum and others tend to suck the life out of the crux like
1, 2, 3.
And I'm a hug dummy, hug the hungry, pull the lever, push the button, drink the garbage, spit the homage, reap the harvest, target everyone. Mechanized idols inhabit malleable colonies to the fire and drop the sweet leaf. Your dreams a needle in a needle stack, claiming safety pin physics, baby Tim blizzards collide with old iron sides, trust the rivets. I'm sick of the pick of the litter, soaking the spotlight when I know they owe thanks to the end all Aesop rock shit. Watch, build me a home of brick and wood and everything good with a front porch, rocket jar, fireflies by night and smoke stokes to the day meets twilight. Build me a home on a green grass hill with running water in the backyard with a sandbox and a garden of foreign flowers. Build me a home with a basement and an attic where I can store remnants of a day I once slept in. Build me a low skull is sacred in the races, locked in a pagan doctrine, watching born again faces, gamble on patience, fail blatant. Ochre and sienna, war painting, stain play, community hawking its raptors, overlooking outcrops, giving one life to laugh at. Get a Lord bliss and the least common attachment. 10 seconds of blaring silence, pilots flight 3 to find stagnant. Most emotions host an entire lesson, congressional less one. So merely for the exceptional spectacle. The pause detour forced avoidance of the soup dispersal. Where the straight and narrow's a perfect circle. Has been fastened to the flip side by a migrating cluster. Better than college. Damn, my old father's son is the Holy Ghost. Suck that theology. Our king for a day, or peasant for a pleasant life. Blood on the easel and my eagle eyelid spots. Runaway pirates. Look, I despise squatters with a grind me a river, a quarter. How'd you afford that dog and sour dialogue? My hook in the pond. I put my worm in the hook. I put my trust in the worm. Yeah, he bring me something to cook. I tug on my line. Man, I lug the trash can on my pole with a note from the worm attached to red. Thanks to nothing asshole. Parables of nature making character giddy and riddle me a similar situation. Mid-city quick, put your honor on the line. Dorsed amongst bloodthirsty barracuda circlings and report on powers of deviltry versus church. Lips torn by both polars and their workings. I can only model throttle at the dream catching, matching Apache hollers with a sovereignty harbored and charged by hate breed anonymity. Spigot spitting stitches to fix the bridges and the gaps. When out of broken bridges, giving straps and trying to walk to get stokes. It's like hopscotch between polar caps, and I'm blue in the face with every second is a waste of breath, making that classic mockery of every step. Build me a home, please, with a light in the window and a red front door and a picket fence and a fireplace and a sturdy frame, and we can sing. I'll tell you my name. Shiftiest forces leak out the back door for more, and this is New York City.
Oh, I see these here walk eyes empty a shade of shut. It seems we share a fate, honestly.
I noticed them making mockeries of madmen. 10 out to bend in the honesty. My 20,000 leagues ends in grand sardonic fatigue.
The view from this year's Segway crowd. So listeners, nothing special, simply listeners. How we dissolve its poison.
I live beneath the scenic, where the fossils pledged allegiance, where the centipedes and serpents bigot on territorial disagreements. The uprooted turn booty and act pleasure to skinny ribbons, and I'm stuck on my skull caught beneath assumptions, pumping pistons.
Lift the jug, the rickety wall, who's out there?
We tune out the pouts of hiding, Twilight Street merchants. We died freely and been here before. My place.
Part of the ceiling seems to be leaking. Oh, it's the wall for bid box spring broken from man of everywhere else would I sleep. I love you. It's not easy tying knots. Use paycheck, make it rain. Outstanding as shall smudge at best. This stuff here suits me need. I go beyond gray. Lonely, this forest is very, very different. Friend, hail things like magnets or the way meant was traveling up.
It only takes one slacker to attack alacrity in compliance with time and regulations. Poachers poke me just to jump the batteries. I'm juiced, loose by the notice, seduced by the ambiance, the motives and the modus operandis. I'm supportive, sorta here to modify those monsters. Try to decide why pleasure captors round my hip line. I sit times on some here. I lay my bricks alone to build these walls among us. Dreams can spread us wars, but can I run with the alumnus fungus after daybreak? And it churns, and I burn for less fortunate. All like Jason's forced to use their last match to ward off the glaciers. Back as they profess, cloud spitter, littered with pensiveness. Mr. Piss drunk upon Sir Dull and Sister Mr. Funk, I'm in a lull.
I'm thinking
of a number from 1 to home, from one ridiculous tenement with no wings to spread. I'm home again.
I'm
inside my box of cardboard days.
Beautiful
I'm thinking of home.
Paper, hat.
And I'm home again.
Funny how faces show up. Wall is for me. My mouth
Could have been me, but it wasn't. Crashing, burning, crash effect. It could collect me indirectly, but it doesn't.
Given the deuce, discipline in its hard lock, going blank, slap look. It's mirrored universe in one. God, so many square feet and everything counts. Higher life forms a dirty sock. Every penny saved, every penny saved. The city of dreams.
And I'm down to earth.
I'm down to earth.
My 0 hour snuff dog, but I marked the day the mirth burns. The time allotted, now it loops around the plotted. Boycotted the water, just poised for the prodding of the rotting bottle hostage. One sundial filed me on the useless playtime trinket, thinking smirk-worthy well. You're with me from the ice school sweat to the self-pity. Sickly threadbare, stared back my needlepoint life willow. Man, I purposely spun short of gold to lace each last stitch perfectly. It must have been the dust, my God, the dusty cluster dust. Father the rustic crust, the luck with which I touch togetherness.